One of our most frequently asked questions is, why are you building a house out in the middle of nowhere? Let me show you why. Good morning. I am out at the property today and we are getting ready for a plumbing inspection. So I thought first I would go ahead and just kind of show you around, let you see the plumbing that's been installed, that's everything that goes under the slab, and where we're at so far today. So here's just a broad look at the job site out here. It's a little breezy, so please forgive me if the wind kind of gets in the way of the camera. I don't have a mic on today. But this is the beginnings of what will become the slab foundation for our 40 by 90 Quonset hut. And as you can see, the tumbleweeds have already been taking residence in all the trenches. And I'm sure they will continue to collect there while we're waiting for concrete. But we still have a few things left to go before we're at the point where we're ready for concrete to be poured. Today we're waiting for the plumbing inspection, and here we have the rebar for our caissons, which you can see right back over here in multiple places throughout the slab. And here's our plumbing. So we have our toilet, shower, 2 vanities. They're all vented. The gauges are on and those are ready to go. So in case you've never seen a plumbing inspection before, the gauges go on. I can't really get around to the other side right now without stepping over the trench, but the gauges go on the pipes to make sure that everything is maintaining pressure for 24 hours, and then the inspector comes out. So there's a gauge that I just showed you. There's another one way over here on the water line in. We'll get to that in a minute. And there's another gauge over in the garage. So this area that we're standing in right now will be the master bathroom. Let me go ahead and get a good view of how all of the plumbing lines are through here. This is where the drain goes out, and it reaches to the other side of that form, and that will eventually go out to the septic tank. This is the second bathroom, and there is the first drain right here will actually end up going through the wall to a utility sink in the garage, and then we have the toilet, the sink, and the bathtub, which my shadow is kind of blocking right now. Woo. This line that connects into the drain that goes out to the septic, this line goes to the kitchen island. That's why it's kind of sticking out right in the middle of everything. And we have more caissons with rebar sticking out over here. This will be the laundry and mechanical room. You can see the pipe for the washing machine. This is the drain that will go out from our combi boiler. And this is our water line in. The water line in has a gauge on it also, and this gauge actually stays at a lot higher pressure than the rest of them. But this is coiled right now, waiting for, it's pretty deep down there because we have a pretty high frost line, or pretty deep frost line I should say here. We have to be a minimum of 36 inches deep, so that water line is at 5 feet. And this end of the water line will get connected to the pipe that runs all the way out to our well. If I cross over here into the garage, you can see first of all that we have electrical conduit laid in this footing. We are not done with that yet. That's why it's kind of flopped over there. But that electrical conduit will come in from the solar, come into the garage, connect all of our inverters, the breaker box, everything that we need for electricity, and then it goes back out the other side so it can connect to the septic pump, and so we can have some outdoor lighting. And then here in the shop portion of the Quonset hut, where we will have our garage and our shop, we have a drain that will go out to the septic for the RV, and we have another gauge, and this one is on what will be the floor drain. And you can see that it's holding very well. It is 5 pounds of pressure that it's had overnight. All of this road base will end up getting moved into the foundation and will be compacted and graded so that we can have a nice firm foundation before the radon mitigation goes in, before we lay down the hydrofoam and the radiant floor heating, and get everything ready for concrete to be poured. It looks a lot busier when you look at it from the garage side staring into the house. You can really see there's a lot going on around here. This little mini excavator is a lot of fun. We rented it for the plumber to be able to do his trenching for all of his pipes, and also for us to be able to do trenching that we needed for the electrical conduit to come out on either side of the foundation forms. I didn't film the inspector, but we passed our plumbing inspection, and here's what everything looked like the next day after the plumber came back out and did backfill and smoothed everything out and marked where the pipes were underneath the ground. Thank you so much for joining us today, and please remember to click subscribe to follow us on our journey. See you next time.